This video is Chapter 8, Question 2, and we will be looking at a problem focusing on the dollar value LIFO method for inventories. In this problem, we're going to be calculating the ending inventory at dollar value LIFO cost, and that's going to give us a better value of ending inventory rather than just using plain LIFO, because with LIFO you can sometimes have liquidation profit because of the varying costs of your inventory when you purchase it. So using these cost index we're going to be given, we'll be able to better value our inventory for our financial statements. So let's look at our problem here. On January 1st, year 1, the Baskins Company adopted the dollar value LIFO method for its one inventory pool. The pool's value on this date was $700,000. The year 1 and year 2 ending inventory valued at year-end costs were $750,000 and $820,000 respectively. The appropriate cost indexes are 1.03 for year 1 and 1.05 for year 2. Starting with year 1, we have our $700,000, which is our base year cost. We divide it by our cost index to give us $700,000, which makes sense because it is our base year, so there shouldn't be an increase in the cost index. So moving along, we see we have a list for our different layers. In year 1, we'll only have this base layer, $700,000. So then, normally what you'll do is you'll do a calculation to convert any of the inventory layers to their acquisition cost, which is taking the cost times the current cost index. So for year 1, all we're doing is taking the $700,000 and multiplying it by the cost index of 1, which will be the same price. So our ending inventory at dollar value LIFO method is $700,000 at the beginning of year 1. Let's now move on to the end of year 1 at 12/31. So we see from the problem we were told that our year-end ending inventory value was $750,000 for year 1. So to get that to our base year cost, we divide it by our cost index, 1.03, which gets us to $728,155. So we see we still have an increase in the ending inventory at base year cost value. You can see it's gone up $28,155. So that's where we'll put, for our layers here, we have our inventory layers at base year cost. So we have the $700,000 base that we got from the first part. And now the increase is our second layer for year 1, which is $28,155. And we get that from subtracting $728,155 minus $700,000. So let's plug that in. $28,155. And that's our year 1 layer. So to convert that to their acquisition year cost, all we need to do is multiply that $28,155 by our cost index. So 1.03, and that's going to give us $29,000. So we add that to our $700,000 from our base year value, and we get $729,000 for our ending inventory at dollar value LIFO method cost. And finally, let's move to our year 2 ending inventory valued at year-end cost, $820,000. So we divide that by our 1.05 cost index to get to our base year cost, which makes it $708,952. So we need to subtract $700,000 from that, as well as $28,155 to get us what our year 2 inventory layer is. And after doing that calculation, you're going to get $52,797 for your year 2 layer. And again, to convert that to our acquisition year cost, we will take the $52,797, multiply it by the current year cost index, which is 1.05, and that's going to give us $55,437. So now all we need to do is add these three numbers together to get our total ending inventory at dollar value LIFO method. And that's going to be $784,437.